Hey, it's Gamma's World. Hey, Donna. How you doing? Hey, Mike. Hey, Sheila. Nice to see y'all. I look rough, don't I? I'm tired. I lost some more weight, though. uh, I just wanted to do a quick, um, I know my lighting, I don't literally, I could go and get I can go and get y'all want me to get the ring light? I can get the ring light. I can be brighter if you want me to. Or is this okay? Is this okay? Um, yeah, it's been a long time, Donna. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I've just been so y'all know I come I bring you the realness. I bring you the realness. I've been stressed. I just haven't been myself. And it's not just strictly because of work, it's just so many different things going on. You know, like I keep putting up these videos, life is lifing, but we gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Let's rob a bank. I can't do that. Let me tell you, if I were to ever do that, I can't do it with anybody. I can't do it with anybody. I'd have to do it by myself. Cause you just can't, you just can't depend on people. I think that's kind of where I'm at in my mind now. Like you just can't depend on people and not trying to come off as being like, sarcastic, disrespectful, ugly, negative, but no one's going to do the job like you're going to do the job. You get what I'm saying? No one's going to do that job like you're going to do the job. And I think that's kind of what I'm running into, at work. But it's nothing. It's nothing that I haven't experienced before. It's just that, man, you think to yourself, okay, that's behind me, because you go to so many places, and it's like, oh, it kind of creeps up on you, and I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, it's just a part of life. Thank you so much, this precious Pete. Oh, nice. Okay, awesome, Donna. Awesome. I hope things get lighter for you soon. Thank Gamma, thank you so much. I appreciate you for saying that. I take people with a grain of salt and sugar. You know what, Mike? I'm trying to get on that level. I'm trying, but it's just that's so easy to say that than to do that. And I promise you, it's not like I'm caring about what people think. I'm hey Cheyenne, how you doing? Welcome in. Hey Shopper Girl, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Thank y'all so much. If you haven't already, double tap that screen, you guys. What's happening with me, okay? What I'm dealing with is it's the medical field. And even when I entered the medical field, look, I'm not lying. My mom's a diabetic. Literally, she pretty much cured her diabetes. I know people say, well, that's impossible, but she literally did. She was weaned off of insulin. She stopped taking all those medications. She lost so much weight. I mean, just did a 360 with her life, which is very impressive. I mean, and that's coming from the doctors, but I think for me is, like I said, it's the medical field and the fact that these are people lives. I'm not trying to say Wendy's isn't important. If you work at Target or Wendy's or every job is important. You know what I'm saying? Every job is important, but I feel like the healthcare field is it's a different ball game. If you know what I'm saying, like if you work in retail, if you work in retail and say you're at I don't know, at a TJ Maxx and you got to put up clothes, you got to put the clothes up, and it's two of you, whatever the case, y'all working late shift and then you're both supposed to be putting the clothes up. And if only one of you are putting the clothes up, it's like, oh man, it's a lot of work on you, right? But if the other person doesn't do it, and then the next day comes around, and maybe a customer's like, why don't you guys have any extra large in this? Well, so and so, Tanisha, Tom, whatever, didn't put the clothes up. But I hope nobody's going to be like, nobody's going to die from that. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So in the medical field, especially pertaining to the operating room, somebody can and somebody has. I'm not saying on my watch, I'm saying in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's happened. Medical mistakes have happened. You guys don't realize, I know some of you probably do, but a lot of these hospitals have multiple wrongful death lawsuits. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of that does come from the mitochondria of the hospital. So the powerhouse of the cell in a hospital perspective is the operating room. We make the most money for the business. And unfortunately, a lot of things are happening. I'm not trying to sit up here and come for, my job or any job. I'm speaking in general. And I'm able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think some people are afraid to speak on or talk about things, especially when it's concerning if they're in the medical field, they don't want to talk about it because they don't want the hospital to think, oh my gosh, you're singling me out. No, I'm holding y'all as accountable, but I'm not singling anybody out. I'm just saying this is just an informative, hopefully motivating. It's just sad because and I wanted to I want to put it out there because like that's kind of where I'm at mentally, why I feel the way I feel. No, I'm not depressed. I'm not gonna harm anybody or whatever and stuff. Actually, I had a really productive day, which it could have been less stressful, but I like my sister said, don't count your problems, count your blessings. And I'm trying to do that, Keisha. If you out there watching, I'm trying to do that. It's just so hard to. It's hard for me to do it. And I know if I would if Cherry pops in, Terrence, it's not hard for you to do it. Don't speak like that. But I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect. I'm a work in progress, and just things are some things are just it's unfortunate. Let me just say it like that. It's unfortunate. Um, Let me get. I'm sorry, you guys. Hey, we're doing Keith. Keith, look, you be going live consistently so late, and I'd be trying to hop in, and I'd be like in the bed, and I hopped in a couple times, and I don't know, like I couldn't see you, but I know you're super busy with your jobs and stuff. We both know, okay? Medical bros here, we know how it is in the medical field, but I promise you, I've been trying my best to tap in, and if I I'm like halfway sleep right sometimes with people live streams, and I promise you, I always give a thumbs up. Always give a thumbs up. I appreciate you. Um, Mike, you said don't let people rock your boat. I know, but so okay, so maybe okay, I can probably pick your guys' brains. Okay, so I've been doing this for quite some time. All right, I've been in the healthcare field for quite some time. Um, and I'm learning still. I'm still learning with personalities and people and you know different ways to do things. And that's a blessing because the medical field is a practice. It's a constant study. So it's gonna constantly change. You're gonna constantly learn new things. But how do you not let people rock your boat, or how do you not let people like I don't care about somebody saying, okay, Terrence is mean. Because I mean, obviously, I think that's going around the OR that I'm mean. I'm too serious. I need to relax. Apparently, with a couple people, now I've heard this from a few folks, but like that part I do take with a grain of salt and sugar. But they're like, oh wow, he's upset. Well, I have been upset. Because it just hasn't been that much teamwork. You get what I'm saying? It needs to be teamwork. And I don't omit myself. I don't do that I don't do it on YouTube. I don't do it in my family. When I was in a relationship, I never omitted my faults. Like I promise you guys, I admit when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I'm right, I'm right. And all I'm saying is I show up to work to work. I work hard. I'm tired of, and I know this may sound like, okay, a bitch fest, but I'm tired of being put with people who are just, for lack of better words, mediocre. Don't give it their all. Why the hell am I giving 110% and you're giving maybe 30, 40%? And it's a given that, okay, well, we know Terrence is going to get it done. He's going to work. He's going to do this. Like I can do This sounds like I have a God mentality, but I can do everything. I can. I've done every specialty in the operating room. My right handed guy, my recruiter was like, I was talking to Shanita, and she was like, Terrence, I've gotten so many awesome references, and your checklist, like, let me just say you, I'm never going to put five. Five is proficient. Five is like a master of everything. How can you be a master of everything? No one knows everything. So these travelers and these healthcare providers that's filling out a skill checklist and they're putting five, five, five to the point where you can precept, you can teach that system. That's impossible because you're never going to know everything. But when I tell you, I have so many fours and five. Fours and fives is proficient to obviously do it on your own, but maybe not necessarily be able to teach, which Lord is my witness, I know I can teach. But my point is, it's like, well, why am I different? I'm not even making this up. Like for instance, okay, let me just give an example. I'm at this hospital, and I've been at several hospitals. Y'all know this, and okay, so I'm coming in. I don't know anybody, right? I'm coming in. I hit the ball. I mean, I hit the ground like running, right? The once I hit the ground, like I'm dribbling. I'm going for the win. I have to have that mindset. I have to have that drive. So to make this more simple is I've been here less than 5 months. I've taken great notes, but I know more than at least that's what I'm seeing. I know more than what some people have been here for 10 years, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, even 20, 30 years. And I know more than what they know. I don't know if it's a thing where, oh, I've done that back in the day, back in the 90s and the early 2000s, and I ain't got to do it no more. And then you know how you don't do it, you forget. But that's just if that's the case, like why are you here? Because you're an obstacle. You're in my way. So I'm like, you're in my way. So it's just discouraging. I'm trying to, continue to motivate myself, and I will do that. But it's just, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's discouraging as hell. At times, it really is. Um, sorry, you guys. Precious P, thank you again. Hey again, Cheyenne, Shopper Girl, hello again. Mike said you are unbelievable. You got a gift you give us. Mike, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Don't let people rock your boat. Okay, I read that. Sheila says, "Hey Sheila, how you doing?" Terrence, yeah, I don't care where you are. People, are people you work. People you've worked is always some mess going on. Sheila, yeah, it is. It is. I think, but I feel like I can't explain this like I want to explain it. But it's always going to be some mess. It's no perfect place. There's always going to be some discrepancies and craziness, but it's something that I just can't put my finger on it, and I feel like I can't explain it as great as I probably want to. I think I've talked about this before. I want to say I feel like it's burnout. I think people, man, this sounds so crazy, but I think people they've stopped caring as much, point blank, because maybe and that's why I say I don't, and I pray about this every day. I never want to get to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't care, and then when I get to that point, okay, because I don't care, I'm able to like just go into work, do my job, whatever, and not really care as much. And then I'm able to like not like then I can like not deal with the nonsense. But I can't. How do you stop caring? I can't stop caring. So I'm gonna continue to care, and I care about. And I know this sounds weird, right? I'm going in circles, right? But I care about my coworkers. I don't want them to. Like I want everybody to have their breaks. I think that's just I need help because I feel like I like to alleviate pain. I've always done that, and I know I've literally I've talked, with my pastor back in the day. I've actually had therapy about this. I'm not even kidding you guys. I'm being so serious. I know for a fact, like I alleviate people's pain. Like I think that's probably one of the reasons why I'm, on this earth. But at the same time, it just becomes too much when people take advantage. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. When they take advantage or people don't apply themselves, yeah, I got phones all over the place going off. But when people don't apply themselves, I think that's probably where I get beside myself, and I just have to. I got to That's the part of me I have to keep growing. I have to keep growing. Um, and these are times when I keep saying it. I know I sound weird, but it's the time I wish I could just call my mom and she can pick up and she can talk to me. Um, but I don't have that. Obviously, God is first and foremost. I talk to God often a lot, and I thank God for allowing me to come on live, and see you guys, because you guys do help. You do help me so much more than you can ever know. Seriously. Um, but I'm okay. I'm not. I don't want to lie to my supporters, to my subscribers, to my channel members, to people who truly, truly support me. I am not 100%. Okay, but we're gonna keep pushing. I'm that example where I said Nightbird. Remember, I said this. She's been on America's not Idol, but America's Got Talent, maybe. And she passed away, unfortunately. But when she said, don't wait until things around you start to go great for you to be happy. Don't, smile even within the darkness. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm doing. Like, I'm gonna keep pushing. I've worked hard every single day this week. There's been multiple people like calling out or whatever, and that's their business. I'm not tripping on those people, but I'm just saying, Lord is my witness. I know I clocked into that job and I gave it 150%, if not 200%. And that's why right now, like, I just took this all, like, y'all, when I didn't put up much shorts. My phone has been acting up and stuff. I went and bought a new phone. This is my new phone. I actually bought like the latest Samsung Galaxy, the A30 something. It's like the most up to date one I can buy. I got a case for it and all that. It seems to be working well. I still have I still have the phone I just bought, so I'm just gonna, like, stream off of that and stuff. The camera's pretty nice. I like it. The camera's good on that too. And then I got both of my older phones. But anyway, my point is, I think in all this, like, I'm gonna continue to try and give it my all. I'm gonna continue to do as good as I can, to do as best as I can. But with the cards is being dealt, like I said, I've just been. Today is just like it's. I can't even say like the icing on the cake or the cherry on the cherry on top, because it's been so, like, I can't make these things up. It's been so hectic, and I'm like, why is this happening? And I think also a point is, like, when I go to so many different places and I've been around the country so much and I've seen so much. I've seen it work, I've seen it not work, and I know certain solutions, but I'm not trying to come off a bit disrespectful, but this place is not receptive of those solutions. They're not. And I've had some great ideas. You guys, you know what? One thing, I don't know, like, if any of you are in the medical field or if any of you have ever heard of this, but there are these things called Vorceras, right? They're Vorceras. They're like mini walkie-talkies, kind of like mini walkie-talkies or whatever, where you can literally, they're like, obviously the technology is so fancy, so it just hangs around your neck. You can clip it on your badge or on the top of your scrub top, but it's like really, I mean, we're talking like it's maybe 3 inches, 2, 3 inches. It's just like awesome, like just a little thing, and you can actually, and everybody wears it, right? So in the morning, you charge you put a battery on, you charge it, you charge that battery, you keep your Vorcera thing, right? And then in the morning, you put the battery into the back of it, you log in, and you log in with your name. Okay, so I'll say Terrence Bergen, and then it says, okay, Terrence Bergen logged in. Now I am logged in, and that thing will work throughout the entire day and around the entire surgery department for as long as the battery is obviously, charged, right? Sometimes, I work, 16, 20 plus hours in a day, and I have to go get another battery. But my point is this: that's a great way to communicate. If I am scrubbed in a case and I'm sterile and I need to have maybe I'm doing a joint and I'm like, man, my battery to my saw is dying. I can say, Vocera, and then it's gonna be like, yes, and I'm like, call SPD or call John Doe and SPD, and it's gonna take me straight to It's gonna take me straight to SPD. I'm sorry, you guys. One moment. Sorry about that. Hey, Rick One Ball, Heather Sternberg. Hi, T. Hope you have been well. Um, I agree on healthcare. I'm a home healthcare worker. Wow. Oh, I know you understand. What it do? What it do? What it do? Look, I don't know what it's doing, Rick One Ball. I don't know what it's doing, bro. It's just been so crazy. Medical care is tough, especially with this new COVID running wild. Yeah, Mike, that's making it crazy, but there's so many different so many different other aspects of it. I just think I'm telling you, I think it's burnout. I think people just are burnt out, and a lot of it has to do with COVID. But it's like we have to stop blaming COVID. Like I'm not trying to say you blame it. I'm just saying we have to kind of stop that at one point and be like, okay, really, what is the issue? What's going on? I think it's like less people, unfortunately, that are caring. And I know that may sound, I know some people like, man, that's so mean, but like that's just what it is. It's just the truth. I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. I don't know what other way to be. It's 10:40. I took a crazy long nap when I got from work. I was just so yeah, I was just like it's the aggravation. I don't know. It's just so I can't put my finger on it. But I'm praying for better days. I was gonna tell you about okay, I'm gonna tell you about a couple of things that actually happened though. How many shifts does your hospital have? Okay, so there's 6:30. So I do like a 5 8 hour shift, but my 5 8 hours, I'm sorry, Sheila, I can't. It ain't no simple explanation because it's just crazy. It's a 24-hour hospital, obviously, but I do. So what I was hired on for 6:30 to 3. So 5 8 hour shifts. So let's just say that. Then you have an 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then you have like 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. It's a lot of different shifts. I mean, there's because it's some. I mean, they're flexible. I must say, it's people coming in like at 9 a.m. and leaving at 9 at night. Um, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 a.m. actually to 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So it's like a lot of different shifts. It's a plethora of shifts. But I've worked all of them. I've worked all shifts. I've worked from 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. the next day, which is illegal in some states. But you can y- you can find yourself doing that, especially like in places in Texas, Oklahoma, Florida, Mississippi, Lord knows. Because the thing about it is you're on call. So think about it. If you work, if say if I'm working, now I'm not on call tonight, thank you Jesus. But say if I'm working from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I've worked those 8 hours, right? And then from there, 3 p.m. to 7 a.m. the next morning, I'm on call. I can potentially work all those hours. And I have. I have. I've been on call. I've been on call several times in my career where I've been on call, gotten off at 3, gotten off at 5, or gotten off at 7 p.m. And then I was on call from the time I got off to the next morning. And I've worked all those hours. That's why when I keep like extra, obviously like, deodorant and toothbrush, toothpaste, things like that. Socks and underwear, like change of those clothes because sometimes, which I don't have to worry about like clothes because I wear the scrubs. I could if it got to the point like I always wear my scrubs in. Unlike a lot of people, they wear the hospital scrubs, but I don't wear the hospital scrubs out or in. I wear my scrubs out and in. But if it gets to a point where I've done so many cases and I'm sweating or I've gotten like blood or something on me and stuff, I can change into like, another pair. I can change to another pair of scrubs, the hospital scrubs, or even go home in those scrubs. But it's so many different shifts, and Lord knows I worked all of them. Yes, it's true, T. My son sent me a text before he passed away telling me If he passed that, there was a nurse who pushed a clot back into his vein. Gamma, you gonna make me start crying. Why does that make me? Oh, that just upset me. I'm so sorry. Wow. I know I never heard you, talk about that. And thank you for sharing that. I'm so sorry, that your son passed away. I wouldn't, I have no, people say, oh my gosh, I know people say, I'm sorry, that's just a natural thing. And I can only imagine, I can't even imagine, like, that is just devastation. But the fact that he told you that, y'all, we got to wake up. I'm not out this live stream, and I'm not out here to go to these hospitals and ruin people fucking lives. But people got to stop. People got to stop. If you don't know something, you need to ask questions. You need to learn it to the best of your ability. If you're not sure about something, and if you don't want to be there, if your priority is not the patient, if it's not the patient and if it's the paycheck, get the hell away from the medical field. That infuriates me. These things cannot happen. And people can say, well, Terrence, we're not gods, and there are going to be mistakes. Well, it can't be mistakes like that. It can't be mistakes where a patient is coming in for a routine fucking cholecystectomy, which is a gallbladder removal surgically, and then they're freaking intubated on life support in ICU. What's going on? But the whole time, people are talking about their weekend, their stupid, ugly ass pets. It's frustrating. It's joking. It's like a reunion. It's a reunion in surgery. And like when I was in Iowa, I'm being forced to talk. You want to force me to open up and talk and socialize about this nonsense, which is none of this pertains to the patient? I don't want to discuss these things. I don't want to talk about your sex life. I don't want to talk about you gaining, losing weight, or your cheating boyfriend, your cheating husband, or the person that you slept with, or your cat that needs a freaking hemi arthroplasty or a hip replacement. I don't care about any of that. My main focus is the patient. If that makes you uncomfortable, so be it. Because my main focus is the patient. If we focus more on patients, and if we stop focusing on our damn selves, it'll be a better world. And let me just say this, a better surgical world, because Lord is my witness. I mean, I only can do so much, but I'm telling you guys, I'm a passionate person. My right-handed God, I'm not making much money here in Florida as people think that I'm making. Yes, okay, it's a decent paying, career and job, but I can make more money. I mean, it's just like, it's not about the money. I literally care about what I'm doing. I don't care who comes through. It was like when I was in Legion's Health, I was talking to a CRNA early in the week. He was saying how he used to work in Michigan. I said, oh, I worked in Michigan. I told him a few places in Michigan, one place in particular, Jackson, Michigan, at Allegiance Health. Allegiance Health used to be Foot Hospital. He said, oh man, T, you work there? I said, yeah. He was like, I said, and before he could even get out, I said, there's a huge prison there. A huge prison. So the population, as far as our surgical population, our patient population in the OR is a bunch of prisoners. All right. These prisoners are notorious for putting pins and shoving pins up their rectum and through their urethra and all this other kind of nonsense. They do crazy things to obviously they can get out of the prison and just see the world, right? We'll see at least Michigan. And then they come to the OR, they have these, surgeries. We do the surgeries. I assist on them. But my point is, it's like, You think, okay, some of those people have murdered people. Like, honest to God, like some of them literally, I know one, I'll never forget this. There's one black guy, big black guy. He looked like was it Ving Rhames? I forgot his name. Just, Terry Crews, like really big, muscular guy, huge guy. And like I'm saying, like huge guy, like 400, like Shaquille O'Neal, like height, and he obviously, I don't even care about the backstory. Sometimes I don't even want to hear about it because it'd be so sad. But he murdered his wife, his kids, his wife's family, took out like 12 people. We're operating on this man. You think I'm gonna sit up here and not give this man the same care that I would give the Pope? I never operated on the Pope, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna give him the same care. I'm not God. Okay, so I can't judge him based off what he did. Now I know what he did was mess the hell up, but I'm telling you guys, if you have people in the medical field who says they're gonna do that, I would be weary, I'd be nervous to actually go to that type of facility. It doesn't matter. It does not matter what that patient had done. I don't care. They did it seconds before. I did a little short video. Well, it's a short video where I talked about this. This PA was telling me, and this happened this week. She was like, Terrence, I'm so upset. Like, I'm so angry. She was like, let me tell you what this patient did. Now we're doing the case now. We're actually operating on this patient as she's telling me this. Actually, she and I are both closing, and she's like, he was in pre-op, and he said he want to line up the Mexicans, and he just want to take them out one by one. He want to shoot them one by one. What do you think about that? Like, doesn't that make you upset? I said, what do I think about that? And it was a white man, an older white man. I said, what do I think about that? Because I could even tell, like, y'all, energy is real. Now, I'm setting up my back table. I'm setting up the room and all that good stuff. When the patient's coming in, sometimes I'm already set up and I'm facing them. I want them to see me. A lot of times I introduce myself, as I did that morning. I say, hello, my name is Terrence. I'll be helping Dr. So-and-so today with her case. It's a female orthopedic surgeon I worked with. And sure enough, he said nothing to me. Let me tell you, I don't care about that. I'm gonna give you that same introduction as I've given everybody. Hell, even kids. You know what I'm saying? Now I've done a lot of pediatrics now. If it's a 2-month-old baby, hi, my name is Terrence. No, we don't do that and stuff. But like, I smile to the best of my ability. I got a mask on. I try to smile. Even people say, well, Terrence, that's so silly. You say that because they can't see you. They can't see you smile. You can see people smile through the mask. You most definitely can. I don't care what anybody says. I'm telling you guys, you can feel it. You can feel that positive energy, those positive vibes. The children can feel it. Elderly patients can feel it. People can feel it. I've had so many patients tell me that. Like, you're just so you're just so kind. You're so like you're so professional. You're so sweet. You have such a caring soul. These people don't know me. I never met them a day in my life until this day they rode into the OR. But you don't have to be bitter. I'm not saying a lot of people are bitter, but I just feel like people have they have desensitized themselves, and that has been the theme word this week, which is very discouraging. I keep hearing people say, Terrence, you care too much. You're stressing too much. You're caring too much. How do you not care while you're in this field? I need somebody to help me out. How do you not care? I absolutely care. I'm never gonna not care. And it's just, that's a headache. It's a headache. But when she said that, I'm like, you wanna know what I think? I'm like, I've been dealing with this my whole life. And I would say, obviously, more in adult life, like where I've seen a bunch of racism. I mean, people have called me, like when I went to West Virginia, I mean, it wasn't behind my back, it was in front of my face. Which I kind of actually prefer that, because I know where the hell you stand. When you calling me the N word, and I'm at a stop sign, and you calling me the N word, and like, and this was Elkin, West Virginia. I worked in Morgantown, which was a huge melting pot. Morgantown, West Virginia was amazing. I worked at Ruben Memorial Hospital, Level 1 Trauma Hospital. They had the Ronald McDonald House. It was just so amazing. I go 3 hours out of the way to Elkins, rural, like very, like people are in tree houses, and I'm not even lying. And was called the N word. I had my old Yukon at the time. Obviously newer, but I had an older version, and I remember driving the SUV downtown, and the downtown area at one point, no speed limit in Elkins is over 30 miles per hour, but downtown it actually goes to like 15, and it's a two-way. So car going this way, car coming this way, and I'm driving downtown, and these two white kids, let me just say these two white boys or young men were like, look at that Nigger, look at them. And I remember leaving the hospital. Now I just did a C-section, and y'all, I've told this story so many times. I'm not kidding. It was just one of the most scariest, saddest nights in my life, right? And I had just been there for just a week. I came there like the first day I worked at that hospital. I had stayed like 3 hours late. They needed the help. When I tell you I was on time at that hospital, even they said it. So I hadn't even been there for I haven't even been in this town for 14 days, okay, for 2 weeks. I haven't been there for 2 weeks. At the hospital, I do a cesarean. I had got called in because I was at this Extended Stay America, let me just say Extended Stay Hotel in the area. And they called me in. It wasn't far from the hospital. I get called in. It's like Saturday morning, but it's like late. It's Friday pretty much, because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. But you can say Saturday, early Saturday morning. Get called in, do the cesarean. But let me tell you what happened. Woman comes in, she's screaming through the roof. This is an emergency C-section. She sees me. Get that N out of here. Get that N out of the room. Husband is in there with her now, because on cesareans, you can, that spouse, or usually it's a spouse, it can be even a parent, it can be one other person that sits in the operating room with that person. Now, this hospital, they actually came in, when the patient was pushed with the stroller coming into the room, while they were in the while they were in the stretcher, the husband was alongside her. Husband was stop, honey, stop. Had his head down, wouldn't even look me in the eye. I laughed. I mean, I didn't laugh while she was awake, but she was so extra over the top. This is the true story. She was so angry because this black guy, which I was the only black guy, I was the only black guy. I didn't see no other black guys in that town. I was the only black guy I know for a fact in the hospital. I know, because I know how they looked. I know what was said. I know I'm not making this shit up. This is in 2011. My mom's alive and well, and she told me to get the hell up out of there. And my dad was like, if you're comfortable, but my dad just talked me through so much, helped me with so much. I ended up purchasing a firearm because of the things that happened. That assignment led to me purchasing, my first firearm. But anyway, but what ended up happening was they put her to sleep. Yes, she was in so much pain, but literally her pain turned towards me. Like she was so aggravated and hateful that I was in the room that, oh my gosh, this black man is in the OR and going to assist the doctor, because again, it was just the surgeon and me. It was nobody else that was going to do the cesarean and get this child up out of her damn womb, do a fenestrated incision, what I'm saying, below the navel, and we were going to do this C-section. Did it beautifully. Beautiful baby. 8-pound baby big as hell. Crying loud, and I smiled, and Cause I do see color. Anybody tell you I don't see color? Well, are you colorblind? Are you blind? You Ray Charles in here? Because you got to be able to see color. Y'all see my ass. I'm a light browner skinned guy. I'm not like high yellow, but I'm light brown skin. You know what I'm saying? But there's colors. There's black, there's white, there's orange, like President Trump. Y'all know I love Trump. I'm saying, but there are colors. Um, there are different colors in the world. Different colors. Backgrounds and whatever the case. So I see that. But my point is, I respect everybody. Now, clearly, this woman did not respect me, screaming, yelling, all that stuff. But again, they had to put her to sleep. And I know the ultimate reason why they put her to sleep, because she kept calling me the N-word. She could probably call me the N-word. I'm not lying, y'all, maybe 20 times. I mean, I lost like count after the first one. Who calls somebody that? Like, who does that? Do that in the privacy of your home, at your dinner table. I don't want people to do that, but I know that happens around the country. It happens in this world. Anyway, that mess happened. The doctor was so upset. She actually kind of got mad at me because I started laughing. I told her, ma'am, if I focus on that, you would have never seen me at this hospital. You would have never seen me through college. If I focus on how people, that's why I know, like, I'm not being sensitive at this hospital where I'm currently at. I'm not being sensitive. I'm not being irrational. I have dealt with some of the most hardest freaking things in this career. And I have always, my back was against the wall, but I've always pushed through. I've always pushed through. I'm going to continue to push through. That's what I do. So nobody can tell me that, okay, well, I haven't experienced certain things, because there's things that maybe some of you never even experienced. Yeah, there's racism, but have you literally been in a cesarean? You're literally assisting that OBGYN surgeon to get this child out of this woman who has called you an N-word 20 times at least. And the spouse is just sitting there like, just super embarrassed, red as can be, just so aggravated. So clearly, there's a level to like things that people can endure and they take. So obviously I can endure, I can withstand a whole lot. Lord is my witness, I'm not making this up. And on top of that, to leave the hospital that same early morning, because I'm downtown, there was a lots of clubs in these small damn towns, right? Sure enough, two white guys like started chasing me with a knife. Like literally with a knife. And I'm like, oh my gosh, So I'm driving as fast as I can because it's 15 miles per hour and it's downtown. So the cars are like, it ain't that much traffic, but at that time, clubs are, some are letting out, some people coming in. It's just so much traffic. So I'm like, two-way street. I'm like illegally trying to pass, trying to get away from these people. And even though I'm in my car, they're like, they're running fast. And I'm not doing no 30, 40, 50 miles per hour. I'm literally doing maybe anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour, which is not that fast in a car. People can run down that. I know I can, and I'm a big guy. So anyway, I got away from them. I went all the way out of the way because I was at this like extended stay hotel. I didn't want them to see where I was at and stuff, whatever. I was very nervous. I didn't just call the cops right away. I called my mom and dad. My mom was like, if you don't get your ass out of there, pack your shit up and get. And I was like, Mom, I'm not going to let these damn people run me out of here. I said it just like that. My dad said, well, if you comfortable, you know how to take care of yourself. And then he was like, and my mom was never about fire. My mom couldn't stand the guns my dad had in the house. She couldn't stand it. But I ended up having to do that to protect myself because, and let me tell you, it wasn't just like, I didn't even do it like 2-3 days after, but the reason why I did it because I ended up calling to the sheriff's department, right? And I wanted to meet with somebody in the police department, sheriff department. The guy told me to come to the back. In the back of that police department, that sheriff's office or whatever, it was a gravel road. I remember like yesterday. I'm driving to the back. I'm like, why can't I come to the front? Why can't I get out and come to the front? He walked to the truck. He said, okay, Mr. Let me first off. Now he did say Mr. He said, let me first start off by saying that um, I met Colin Powell while I served in the military. I met Colin Powell. That's the first thing he said. I don't care if Condoleezza Rice cooked your ass jambalaya. I don't care. Why are you telling me that? Why are you telling the black guy? That is people in the audacity and just that's never a right time to do that. Like I laugh about it because it's so sad. Why would you tell me that? It's just so ignorant. And then on top of that, he said, don't let those boys hoodlums be a representation of this beautiful small town. I said, sir, all I want is communicate the fact that this happened, and I don't want it to happen again. I can get, do you want a description? And he was just like, oh well, you can come out if you can get out if you want. I'm sure these bastards are probably in the lineup or something. I guess he had a book, and maybe with the people, because it's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. If y'all ever been in a small town, you know damn well, everybody. You're gonna see everybody probably at the same time in the grocery store. All the people know the doctors. Hell, everybody went to school together. They gonna know who you're sticking, licking, all that stuff. Cause it's a small town. I was in a small town, like literally no Walmart, no nothing. They probably had like a little small like IGA, all these type grocery store, and that's it. That and like a small I think it was like a Sinclair grocery, not a Sinclair convenience store. It was nothing there. The only thing they had booming in Davis, in Elkins, was because I worked at Davis Memorial Hospital. The only thing they had booming there was the college. They had a college there, a small little college, and even when I played tennis on the tennis court at the college, I'd be serving, and they'd call me an N-word. I mean, these kids are just riding their bike calling me an N-word. What I'm gonna do? Just start popping off people? No. Y'all, like those things, my point of me telling this whole story again is the fact that I've dealt with some of the most stupidity, some of the most ignorant, some of the most craziest things that anybody probably could possibly even dream of. I've lived it. I know that I'm equipped for any and everything. What I don't understand is the fact that, okay, at the same time, all that mess was happening, okay, far as racism and this. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you guys and say that place didn't work as a team, that they still didn't administer the best care. When it came down to it, we all hands on deck for all those patients. My point, you kind of get where I'm going at? If I can do it at those places where they're straight up patients and patients' family members looking at me sideways, but I'm working with these doctors, I'm working with these other PAs, I'm working with these other assistants, I'm working with these other surgical technologists, I'm working with these nurses, and if we can just push all that aside and administer the best care to those patients, why can't I do that at places like this, or places, when I've gone to Iowa, when I've gone to Oklahoma, when I've gone to Texas? Why can't I do that at those places? Or why can't people come together and work as a team? Because I'm saying, because it's not, Lord knows, this place is not as bad as some of the places I've been to. So that's what I'm saying. That's like kind of what I'm like up in the air about. So it's not, so I know, Sheila, when you say, oh, it's people, and Mike as well, it's people everywhere. There's always going to be some crazy. I get that. But what I don't understand is the fact that it's always going to be crazy, but why? Oh, I feel like, okay, well, why aren't we working together like we should? When I tell you guys, that's the topic of discussion at this hospital. There are so many people, and it's just a lot of places though. There are so many people that don't apply themselves. And that's why, and I chop it up to just being burnt out. Maybe once upon a time they did apply themselves. They worked hard. They stayed late. They gave it their all. But now they see that none of that was respected or appreciated. So they don't feel as appreciated or respected, with the work that they do. So people are not applying themselves. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I kind of get into that mindset too. Like I used to be like, Lord knows I still say late, I still do things. I try to make it, I just naturally try and make it simple for other people. And I know that I can take on a lot, probably more than the average person. I know I have a really high tolerance level of BS. Sometimes I say unfortunately, but I know I do. But with that being said, that still doesn't mean to don't put me in those positions. Don't put me in difficult positions. Don't do that. I think that I find that to be very disrespectful, and it's just a headache. It doesn't have to be a headache. But Gamma, that just I'm so sorry. Again, I'm so sorry that that happened. I just I don't know. I don't think people are taking this as serious as they need to take it. Y'all, I'm in a room, right? And I can see peripheral vision. I can see, you can feel people looking at you. You look up, they staring at you. People are purposely saying things and doing things to get they want to get a reaction out of me. They want to get a reaction. They want to see me. I feel like I promise you, I wouldn't even get on live and say this shit. I'm telling you, people, they want to see me upset. They want to see, well, what ticks them off. Well, you already know what ticks me off is the lack of teamwork, the lack of caring for patients. And even if you say, oh no, well, I care for patients, but your actions don't show that. You're not doing as much as I feel like you're not doing as much as you can to make sure this patient has a great, wonderful experience. Hey, awesome, Alvin, how you doing? Hey, Darnisha, hey. Heather, thank you so much for saying that. She said, sorry for your loss, Gamma. Awesome, Shopper Girl, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Dwayno 876 Gaming, thank you so much. Gamma says, I appreciate you, Heather. Oh, thank y'all so much. Thank you so much, Dwayno 876 Gaming. Beautifully Healed, hey. Beautifully Healed is in here. Oh my gosh, hey, Beautifully Healed, I'm sorry. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Like my man said, Denzel Washington, you do you and I'll do me. Absolutely. Oh, Beautifully Healed said, hey, my love, it is Scammers World. Annie, Amaya W. Hey, how you doing? Welcome in. If you guys are new, please subscribe to the channel. Please give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to get back into these algorithms on YouTube. And it's a bit of a struggle, but you know what? We just got to keep going. We got to keep going. And I know I haven't put as much as I wanted to put out today, but today has been just completely crazy. And I had to get me some sleep. So I actually got a few hours of sleep after I got off work. It's great to do one thing. It's great to do one thing great rather than five things halfway. Shopper Girl, absolutely. Amen. Come on now. Live Style Rewind. How many phones I have? So I'm on one. Here's two. Here's three. Here's four. I got one more in the other room. And they all work. They all work. And the one that I'm streaming on is like I literally had this phone for not even 5 days. And it was like Nunu was telling me, Terrence, I think you buy these phones and they probably put them they probably have them refurbished and they're saying that they're new. Cause it looks new, it smells new, it sounds new, but when I charge the phone and it's overheating, I've gotten the actual box, like I actually bought this box. Sorry. Like I bought this box. And I bought two more, and I found one because Nunu was telling me, well, get a box, an actual Samsung box. Found that, did that. It just would overheat, and it's just giving me so many problems. So I go back and buy another phone, but I don't want to do. I got my receipts, but I don't want to sit up here and deal with that. I'll just keep them. I don't know, and maybe I could. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'll do. Like I want a couple phones, because I can. I don't know. It's kind of like my backup because if that were to break, I can still transfer the number to this phone. So I can just kind of go back and forth, and that's the beauty with like AT&T when you do like it's like not through a contract type thing, kind of like a pay as you go, but the plans are awesome. But you can do that with the phones because you're buying the phone, and there's no SIM card with these Androids. Not that I think. I mean, like I know they give you the red box and it's like a SIM and serial number on it, but I can just go back and forth, all with the phones. But yeah, I got quite a few. Live, I got quite a few. Terrence, you can have a good work ethic and do what you are scheduled to do. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Sheila, you put it into such a beautiful you put it like in such a beautiful way, and you just like, and I just feel like every time, Sheila, you can just drop the mic, Sheila. You're right, and and honestly, that's what people. Let me tell you, the confirmation is, and I don't know how these people feel about me behind my back, but I've had so many doctors, I've had so many people come up to me. I mean, just this week alone. Now here I am. I'm stressing now. I'm not having the best of best weeks, right? But I'm still pushing forward. And they said, "Thank you so much for helping me out yesterday. You did such an excellent job assisting. Thank you so much, Terrence. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for just being, positive to this." I'm like, I'm being positive, like, oh. But so I even mentioned this to one doctor in particular. I said, well, I feel like I was kind of going off. She said, Terrence, don't ever change. Don't change. Like she's telling me this, don't change. We see it. And she was like, I'm not gonna sit. I'm not gonna lie. We have became numb to it, and that's unfortunate. But it's good to see that people come from the outside, from different areas, and give a different perspective. That's good to see, and don't ever change that. And so in my mind, I'm like, well, you became numb, but Sheila, when you say that, and Mike, what you said, I gotta focus on me. I can't focus on anyone else, and I can only do as much as I can. I cannot be at five places at once, even though you got a surgeon here who has eight. He has 8 cases. He's flipping back and forth to 2 rooms. Why am I going from this room to this room to this room? I'm literally going from like room like just say room 12 to room 4, room 12 to room 4 when there's other staff. But again, I'm just going to do as much because I know I can. I have done that here in a lot of places, so I'm just going to do it. And meanwhile, while some people just literally sit down on their phones, like literally on their phones, like walking, they're in the hallway and they're on their phones, right? To the point they walk into a stretcher or they walk into a door because they're not looking up. Literally, people have to go beep beep because they're pushing patients on a stretcher and because they're walking with their heads down. But I can't focus on that. I have to do my job to the best of my ability and know that I'm doing everything as best as I can for the patient. Y'all, when I tell you, I don't think I'll ever not see my mom on the table. It can be a 400-pound white guy. It can be a 1-month-old baby. I'm gonna see my mom on that table. And people say, well, what did you see before? My mom on the table. I've always, y'all, I don't know if y'all know this, but the love I have for that woman, the love I have for her, because I have so much. I mean, I will forever love her. And I thank God for, allowing her to be my mom. I'm telling you guys, I'm not just saying this for likes or whatever, but I promise you, I give it my all every single case. I don't know. Like, I can only tell you this. You guys can't see me because I just can't show you exactly how I am or what I do. But just know that I'm not this pushover or this soft guy in surgery. Like, I know for a fact people probably look at me think of me as an asshole. But okay, if you're calling me an asshole because I'm not laughing at your corny ass jokes, that's okay, that's just that. But if you calling me an asshole because I'm just impossible to work with, I'm so mean toward the patient, I'm evil. Now that's unacceptable. But no, you're calling me an asshole. You're calling me mean, or you're calling me just, like weird or whatever, because like I'm not laughing. I don't care about, well, what music you want to listen to. I don't care. You can put on Dolly Parton. You can put on P. Diddy. You can put whatever you put on. I'm not listening to that. My focus is the patient. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just wrapped a different way. I promise you, I've always been this way. Even in school, my preceptors, oh, music this and this and that. I didn't care. Put your music on. Put your Katy Perry. Put your damn Lil Wayne. My focus is the patient. And after the patient, I'm gonna take my notes. Because I'm not gonna take them interoperally. I'm gonna take them when that case is done. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna jot down notes. I've done that all week. I've taken notes all week. I have some of the greatest notes. I'm telling you guys, that's what I do. That's how I'm able to do what I do. Because we're human. We're going to be forgetful. You take notes. It's a practice. It's a constant study. You constantly have to, it's repetitive, but sometimes there's, you forget things. You go, and they throw me in every room. So I have to make sure that you're never going to know everything, but I want to know as much as I can. I want to know more than just the basics. I come in and they say, well, Terrence, I don't know Dr. So-and-so gloves. Okay, 8 brown, 8 white. Like, how do you not know this? And I've been here less than 5 months, but you've been here for 5+ years. How do you not know these things? But again, if I continue to ask myself this, I'm going to continue to stress myself out. So I refuse to keep stressing myself out. Let me just shut up and let me, if I know the gloves, let me tell her or him, and then they get it, and then I just shut up. I just take it, Mike, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt and a little bit of sugar and keep it moving. I mean, it's just a lot of things are just so unfortunate. But that's what I mean. When you are not caring about something like that, something so little and so basic, what about the big things? What about that medication? What about those implants? Check the expiration. Make sure that it's the right implant. Like, you can't be relaxed in this kind of environment. And when you become lackadaisical, that's when the medical mistakes happen. And it's the truth. But nobody really wants to hear this. Like, I think what is shocking is the fact that I'm one of the surgical technologists here. I'm a first assist, I'm a surgical technologist, and I'm a sterile processing technologist. My title here is certified surgical technologist, okay? But I'm like one. I don't think, I want to say maybe it's an older lady here. She probably has a double associates and something, but like I know that I'm the only surgical technologist with the bachelor's here in health administration. And so I say this to say that, like I say that to say this. The doctor goes, "Oh, that's why you're that way." She says, "That's why you're that way." Yeah, that's why I care. But even before I got this degree, I still cared. I've always wanted to maybe go into some type of education management. And like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I'm discouraged because with that being said, like I see how many people they fire. I've been to so many states, and I've been to so many states. I've been on so many like meetings and those board meetings, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they let her go, they let him go, because this woman was really trying to implement changes. A lot of these places don't want changes. And sometimes changes means, okay, you probably can't get a raise. Changes means that, like it might be bad before it get better. You get what I'm saying? Like, but people don't want to do that. You got to be on parallel planes for those changes to once they're implemented to really make a difference. Everybody's got to be willing to try. I'm always that person where I'm like, we can do it. We can do it. We can. It's just a matter of actually believing it and then working towards that. But once you keep that same mentality, or like for instance, like before I left today, I stocked my room. Let me not lie. I see one other person doing that. She stocks her room and she goes, well, I just stocked the room that I know I'm going to be in for tomorrow because I'm going to get here and there's not going to be any supplies in there. But what if we all just have? What if we all take accountability and stock our rooms? Or even if it's not your room, stock your room. I can say that about Carroll, Iowa. Again, I wish I could just take little bits and pieces of everywhere I've been and put it together and make the perfect place, which is never going to exist, right? But Iowa had like a chore list. So Monday, maybe I'm stocking room 1 and 2, and then Tuesday, somebody else is stocking 1 and 2, or Wednesday, so and so is checking the crash card. Thursday, so and so is stocking the boot front surgeon's caps, the PPE, the personal protective equipment inside the locker rooms. Everybody is getting some type of, and it's not like a child thing. It's a great thing. Everybody is having some type of responsibility towards making that place run smoother. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's omitted. Everybody matters. Everybody. And it's just sad because I'm telling you guys, I know folks probably say, Terrence, you're wasting your time, or you're doing these lives, or you're talking about this. It's just, oh, it's going to keep happening. But we're going to keep seeing wrongful deaths. We're going to keep seeing medical mistakes. We're going to keep seeing people harming themselves, becoming depressed, more irritable, almost impossible to work with. You're going to see it's going to get even more hectic. It's going to get more crazy. You know what I heard a lot this week is, Terrence, we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. I don't want to just be at that bridge and not know what the hell to do and trying to figure out things at that time. I want to know, I want to have at least some options before I get to that bridge. I don't know about y'all, but I've done bungee jump. I ain't never done skydiving, but I've bungee jumped a couple times, okay? I have. Somebody like, you fat ass bungee jump? I've done that. And I've done like the paragliding, I've done like on the, what is it, like the jet skiing, I've done that. Like I've done a lot of things. But my point is, I prepared myself before I did those things. I done my research. I studied on some things. You know what I'm saying? I prepared myself before I got involved with it. I knew, I'm just gonna be honest, like, there's some sad things with these, like at these amusement parks. It's people that's too small that gets on them. It's people that's too big to get on them. And then you have these horrible, tragic accidents that happen. I'm gonna be honest. It's like we gotta do better research. Now, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. But a lot of times, and this is my opinion, I do feel like we can make wiser decisions about certain things in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, like don't drink and drive. You know what I'm saying? Don't drive like tired. Because that's almost like as if you're impaired. Just look both ways. Like, go back to the basics. Like I'm driving today from work, and it's people that's just turning out right and they ain't even looking to the left, and I'm like, I'm right here. How do you miss this red ass, car? You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, it's because people have become so conditioned to they're so, I feel like some people have gotten away from just the basics, and now they're just so fixated on themselves and on getting to their destination. That's one thing if you're walking downtown New York, which I've walked downtown New York many, many times, but I'm not in the damn car. Okay. It's just, I think it's a time and place. We have to go back to that. I think so. I think that's going to make it better. Heather says she agreed with Sheila. Darnisha, hello again. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. Thank you so much, Gamma. Thank you. You guys, it's Gamma's World, okay? Is a channel member. And you guys can become a channel member too. I greatly appreciate if you guys do. I only have one channel membership, and ST's Awesome Butterflies. And it's just a great way to support the channel. I promise you guys, you will see me support channels because you guys support me. All right. Honestly, it's not just I want to receive. I'm a giver. I'm more of a giver than a receiver. Okay. I won't give up, Alvin. I appreciate you so much. Hey, so St. Louis, how you doing, beautiful girl, beautiful woman? How you doing? So St. Louis says I understand and agree with everything you are saying. Thank you so much. Cause I promise you guys, it ain't just I know how I sound. I don't want to just come on here and just be talking and stuff. I'm telling you guys, I'm living this. It is scary. It is scary. A lot of things are going on that's scary. And I'm not just trying to tell people, okay, well, don't trust into the medical field, but it's almost like the situation with the airplane, these aircraft. You're telling people, okay, well, trust in American Airlines, trust in this. And it's people that are being like literally like in the air is safer than on the road by far. So how why are these things and these things are happening around the world, but when it's hitting home when more of these things are happening in the USA, um that's nerve wracking. I don't know about y'all, but like right now I'm a little timid, Now again, I pray at the end of the day, when it's your time, it's your time. I truly believe that. I know some people say, well, you shouldn't think that way, but that's what it is. If when it's your time. But I feel like, yeah, you want to be comfortable. You don't want to think about these crazy things. And people, that's why all these things is happening, wrong site surgeries and everything else. These hospitals get a bad name for themselves. You're gonna make mistakes, but it should be multiple mistakes within a week. It shouldn't be a plethora of them within a month. You have to minimize that. So what do? You you have these policies and procedures, these rules and regulations, these guidelines in place, and they need to be followed. There's one guy here who follows it to the T, and they talk about him so bad, and it's just so figure. He's one of like my most like I feel like he's my most favorite employee here. You like him? Like he's awesome. I don't have one bad thing to say about him. He is by the book, and I'm telling you, he holds everybody accountable. And people don't like accountability. At the end of the day, they don't like accountability. He even got on to me once. He was like, Terrence, you got close to that table there. I said, oh, you're right. I said, well, did I tell? No, 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 you didn't, but just be mindful. I said, yes, sir. And I can give it right back. It's not like we're doing tit for tat, but you know what? We have to keep each other accountable. It's fuck the feelings. When it's somebody's life on that when it's somebody's life on that OR table, do you want somebody to be like, okay, well, just be mindful of her feelings. Don't tell her if she contaminates or don't do this. Or the person contaminates, you're afraid to tell that person that they contaminated, and then this patient long term or like down the road, okay, long term meaning 3, 4, 5 months later has this horrible infection. And you're like, okay, now, it's like back to the point where it's like you probably can't pinpoint everything, but what did you do interoperatively? Did you do everything right? Did you ever contaminate? Did you break it? Did you break sterile field? Did you break the sterile field? And if you did, there you go. That's what you call like that. Now that reasonable doubt, it comes up because who knows? Did it happen from that? Did whatever happened in the surgery department or in the operating room, could that have prevented, because you contaminated, could that have prevented this contaminant this infection? That's why you have infection control. You have all these things put into place, but I feel like people just don't follow them like they should. I don't know if it makes sense, but I'm trying to make sense. Gamma, thank you so much for those gifts. I appreciate it. I can see them now. That's pretty cool. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Gamma. I can see it adding. Wow, thank you so much. Oh, I saw that laughing disco ball. Thank you so much, Gamma. God bless you. I work the field and I know what you're talking about. Labor and delivery. Also, I work surgical oncology. People are not serious about the work, just the paycheck. Sheila, and you know what? People have told me this. Lord knows I love money. I can't buy these damn bagels if I didn't have money. Bagels expensive as hell nowadays, especially the healthy ones. But I don't want to sit up here and just okay, that's what I'm working for, just for the money. I want to actually care about what I'm doing. And that's why I sit up here. I'm not I don't have like I haven't ran out of things to talk about, but this is something that needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about. But then once it's talked about, people don't need to be I don't need to be put on a chopping block because he's down, he's talking down about this. No, I'm bringing this to the forefront. Like I'm trying to make this aware, and hopefully these things we do start to implement changes. That's why I use my platform for realness, for things that can really make a difference in the world that we live in. I'm not trying to use my platform to, okay, let me talk about this content creator and stuff who came into my live and said something weird. I don't have time for that. I want this to be real, informative, and something great. And that's probably why sometimes I don't get that many people in because there's not enough drama. When it's drama, unfortunately, it sells better on YouTube. Alvin is speaking to Gamma. So St. Louis says hello, Gamma, with the heart. Thank y'all so much. Cowgirl Muse, how you doing? That's somebody else. I know Cowgirl Muse. I know you in the medical field too. You understand what I'm saying? People are ignorant. People are absolutely. They are. I was just stopping by. I'm glad I caught your live. Thank you so much. We will just pray for those people. Absolutely. I had that happen to me as well, and it's in a hospital setting. You know what? I think Calgary Moose. I think we experienced a lot of that within those settings. Didn't want my help because I was black, and honestly, and sometimes, see, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's like, can I get the other person? Can I get so and so? Now, so and so. Hell, maybe I trained so and so. That's happened to me too, Cowgirl Muse. I trained so and so. I trained her. I trained him. So you on this team, but hell, I trained them. And you said now, not necessarily now, like I said, that woman flat out said the N word in Elkins, West Virginia. But sometimes they're quiet about it. They don't say, because they're not going to say because, okay, he's black or she's black. But it's like, I want so and so. Well, why would you want so and so? And again, and to top it off, I trained so many people over the years. So the team that you're wanting, I trained them. So they know what they know, but I know it even better. Okay. So I don't get that. But to each his own, like I said, I will never ever, like, especially if it's done in a respectful way, which in the end it is disrespectful. But if they say, hey, they want this person, they can have that person. I'm not going to take offense to it, even though, like I said, I train those people. At the end of the day, that's all we can do is pray. Absolutely. Hey. Hello, Ash. I'm going to say, Ash, how you doing? I'm here from Maine Food Reviews. Hey. Well, I appreciate you so much. Don't you love them? I know it was Greg's birthday. Was it yesterday? That was so awesome. There's such great people. Hey, Donnell, Grady. Hey, y'all, Gamma. May God keep your family up in His wings. Oh, Terrence, can I have a cup of lemonade? Okay. I don't have lemonade, but I got Saratoga water. I got Minute Maid zero sugar fruit punch. I got Minute Maid mango passion. I got Minute Maid pineapple. I got some Kool-Aid jammers, sugar free, of course. Gamma is speaking to Donnell. Says I appreciate you. Oh yes, when people see that you have self-control, they definitely try to push you to see if they can get you out of your character. It's like a game to them. Yeah, and it's a game that they're gonna lose because I'm gonna verbally say, fuck you. Okay, because I will verbally say that. Let me tell you what the doctor has said. This was I want to make sure now. Was it Wednesday? I work with this surgeon and so we talking this up in the case, and I'm like, yes, doctor, of course. Absolutely. He's so polite, isn't he? So polite. Wow, you're so nice. I professionally told her, I said, ma'am, I'm really not that nice. Oh, he says, ma'am. So when you say you're probably the person that says like you're from like she was like, where are you from? I said, I'm from the South. I'm from Mississippi. That explains it. So when you say bless your heart, you're really meaning F you. I said, no, ma'am. I said, I'll tell you flat out F you. When I say bless your heart, I mean bless your heart. So I understand with the Southern bells and all that stuff, that's been that whole thing where people from, Atlanta, Tennessee, Mississippi, Arkansas, Georgia, like that Southern, that dirty South, people say, oh, wow. When people say that they mean F you. No, I'm going to say F you. I don't mind by saying fuck you. So when I say that, I say I say what I'm really thinking. Like literally, I don't have it. We have this thing, this suction. It's called a Neptune. You put a filter in it. You put suction to it, and it suction up all the fluids and stuff from the patient's body. I don't have no damn filter. I don't. I do not have a filter. I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking. So that's what I'm saying. Don't put words into my mouth. I had to tell them in the most kindest way. Like, I'm not that nice, and don't put those words into my mouth. Because you know what? All these. What did my mom used to say? A hard head will turn into a soft ass. Meaning you doing all this smart stuff, you being hard, smart aleck and all that sassiness, and I'm gonna whoop your ass. You're gonna be like, I'm sorry. So I feel like that's what's going on in the hospitals and stuff. I feel like y'all realize like all these jokes that you're doing. Like you got to stop joking, because you know what, rumors always happen, right? I don't need that happening. Oh, Terrence is saying, he's really saying F you, he's saying this, and I know some people say, well, just relax, just take it easy. I ain't taking shit easy. I'm not taking it easy because I don't know you. I don't want to get to know you. I want to work beside you for this patient and get the hell on. I don't need y'all. I'm so aggravated at the fact too that I understand potlucks, okay? That's why when COVID came around, I was thanking God. I ain't lying in that perspective, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because there was no more potlucks. You couldn't have those get together. You can even have like more than 4 or 5 people in a room together, and I love that. I keep telling y'all, I may sound like right now very negative, but it's because I'm an introvert. Okay, I'm not. Yes, I can probably play tennis. I've gone to state. I can be around thousands of people playing in a stadium. I can do stand-up comedy, which I have done that a couple times at improv. I can really do these things, but I still like my own space. I love being in my own space. That's not me saying that I hate people. I don't hate nobody, but I'd rather just be in my own space, my own environment. And for me, that's me at my most comfortable. I'm at, like, not to say I'm uncomfortable around people, that's just, I'm good. I'm Gucci. But I don't need this fake, this facade, all this craziness. I don't need to get to know people. So my point that I was going to make about the potlucks is, I understand Christmas and Thanksgiving and like those holidays or whatever, or people want to have these potlucks. But y'all, it is busy in these hospitals. And you think about like baby showers or this and this and that. Maybe, I don't know, call me a Scrooge, call me the mean person. But why are we having these baby showers? Why are we having these surprise birthday parties and this on the damn clock? Everybody's trying to rush here to go get the food, rush here to do this and be here and do this. We got cases going on. You need to do this after hours. I remember when I worked in places like California, we would never have that many potlucks. We were in this oncology facility. It's pediatrics. You guys, we need as many hands on deck as possible. That don't mean that. Do you realize, man, I got pictures to prove this mess. We would go out like every weekend as a group, have so much fun together. I've been a part of so many surprise birthday parties. So many doctors invited me to their home. You guys, that's okay. It's okay to get to know people. It's not okay to have all these damn potlucks and these things and stuff, whatever. Where it's like, okay, y'all just having a party to have a party, but you realize so many people are fixated on that and not on their actual job. And meanwhile, I'm sitting back here like, all the managers in here, they getting the decorations, they doing this, people talking, socializing on their phone. Meanwhile, you got, you got her, you got him, you got Terrence, and I know I'm being serious about the people. You got her, you got him, you got Terrence, and you got her, and they in these rooms, and they working like for lack of a better word, they working like a damn slave. And y'all back here potlucking it up. It ain't Christmas. It ain't the New Year. It ain't Thanksgiving. Hell, I'll even give it to you for Valentine's or Easter. It's not a holiday. You didn't do it for you didn't do it for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. What though say? She said, "Woosa." I'm gonna have to breathe in and breathe out. I'm just saying, like when I tell you, that's what's been going on. Like not just here, but just across the board. Like y'all, I really feel like folks just, I don't know, like do these, do it after hours. Do it like how it used to be. It was normal back then. I don't know why does it have to be like a big thing now. I don't know. It scares the hell out of me. It's really what's going on. Yeah, I know this is supposed to be a short live stream here. I'm just running my mouth. But you're right, Gamma. You're right. They trying to see how far they can push me. It's Gamma for Terrence. Return those phones. I know. Look, Gamma, listen to me. Look, I got the receipts where I keep all my receipts. I got the receipts for the phones and stuff, and I said, I don't want to go in those stores. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to go in those stores. I don't want to see people. I was talking to Cherry back here, and I said, literally, I will exhaust everything in life to avoid speaking to people or talking to people. I know this sounds really crazy, right? But that has to be my last resort. I'm like, you know what? I'm out of this. Like I paid that phone was $249. I just bought a phone this phone was $400. And it's already working so much better. I got this OtterBox for it. I paid $30 for that. And it's working great. I just downloaded everything and it's working good. I actually got a text message here. Somebody basic. Ain't nobody important. Anyway, but I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I really don't. I said, I'll just keep the phones. If that, because for me, it's just going to keep down stress. And even though, like I said, I'm in a stressful place, and it's like I just want to minimize my stress. And I feel like I do a good job with that. I definitely do a good job with minimizing my stress. And so if it's not something where I'm just like I know people say, well, you wasting money, you out of this. It is what it is. People waste money all the time. They do this, they do this. I'm gonna do what is gonna keep me, like my dad said, but don't talk like that. I said, Dad, I'm just trying to live and do what's gonna keep me out of jail. I ain't never been in jail a day in my life and ain't trying to go. All right. So I'm gonna do what's gonna keep me out of trouble. And that's to stay as far as hell away from people as I possibly can till I can't anymore. You know what I'm saying? Suey, what's up? What's up? Like and subscribe, you guys. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. I know I met you. I met you in Iowa. I sure did. I did. Thank you, fam. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. You guys, check out everybody that's in here. It's a lot of great people that's in here. Just wanted to show you some love, bro. You always do to me. Hope you have a blessed night. Thank you so much, bro. Man, I appreciate you. I remember I was I was like recording some things, and I'm like, I set my phone up. I'm walking away from it, and I'm doing all this, and I went to this park in Iowa, and these awesome, like, because they just had good energy. All these, like, I say kids and stuff, but I feel like I'm super old. But all these young individuals came up to the park and stuff, and this one guy was like, "Hey, um." are you doing like a video with it? I was like, yeah, I'm doing it for my YouTube. Oh, you're a YouTuber? I'm a YouTuber too. I was like, bet. And I was just telling them, keep going. Don't matter if you got one person there, if you got 100, 200, whatever and stuff, keep going. Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Y'all know that's my signature and stuff. And I just periodically will just go over and support. Um, I'm sorry. You know what? No, 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 no. My gosh, I'm thinking about. Look, I got so many people. I'm wrong. I'm so sorry, fam. I'm sorry. So you're the gamer. You're the gamer. But that guy's a gamer too. But you guys have similar names. But I didn't personally meet you in Iowa. I just met you through YouTube. I'm sorry about that. But thank you so much for showing love. There's someone else who has a similar name, which is so funny, that I actually met in Iowa, and just cool. All y'all are cool though. All y'all are cool. The guy that okay, so the guy I met in Iowa and stuff, I was like, hey, I gave him a gift card. I don't have like any cards or anything like that and stuff, but I just like, I don't know, like if it's on my heart, I'll give. Cause he did end up asking me for something, and I didn't have like cash on me. But anyway, but you, I remember going to, just always going over to your channel and stuff, and you got a great channel, man. Just keep going. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate all y'all. This is so cool. Well, Terrence, there will never be an all but we need people like you to keep doing what you're doing, because y'all will make everything work out. Dispute it all, right? Gotcha. Terrence, you have a blessed night, and everyone on the live stream as well. Thank you so much, Sheila. Teron, how you doing? Cowgirl, you said, I'm back. I love your house. That house is clean, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gamma, for the thumbs up. Thank you for those gifts. I appreciate that, Gamma. Thank you. Thank you for the rose. I see them. I see the gifts. I don't know what I had to do, but I see it. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for all the gifts, Gamma. You're always so supportive. Thank you so much. It's business. It's not personal. Cowgirl Muse. Absolutely. But with all that being said, you can still thank you again, Gamma. Thank you so much. You can still show love to each other, but I'm not there. Naturally, I'm gonna people just always gonna want to cling to me, flock to me. Like, that's just natural. I get it. But I'm not there to be mean. I just don't have time. I think people are upset because maybe I'm not as jolly, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" But why? I'm not coming in like, I can't stand you. I'm just mellow. I'm just chilling. I'm kind of off to the side. I'm not going to be like front and center. I don't have to be front and center. Thank you again, Gamma, for the rose. Thank you for those gifts. I don't have to be front and center to show up and show out at my job. I'm not there for you to like me. Now, I'm going to respect you, and I would want you to respect me, okay, because I give respect. But I'm not there for anything else. Like, honestly, literally, I'm there for the patient. And people can say, oh, he talking smack, whatever, he just lying. I'm there for the patient. Meanwhile, when people trying to get out of doing things, I want to get it done. I know, I know God has blessed me. God has blessed my mind. He's blessed my body. He's blessed my spirit. He's blessed my hands. He's blessed me to be able to do this. And I know for a fact, everybody ain't cut out. I'm telling you, I know for a fact. You realize how many people, they rush to the vacation thing? Let me tell you, I'm a traveler. I will always be a traveler. Like I was telling Terry, I don't take like the vacation like other people do. Like, that's just me. And some folks say, well, Terry, that's what you need. What I need is to continue to pray. I need to continue to fast. I need to continue to believe in myself. And I need to continue to surround myself with people who want something better in life, and not these gizzards and these livers. That sounds good, by the way. But not these people who just try to, finagle their way through the day and stuff without really doing anything. You know how many people I see doing that, and they never even scrubbed the case. Like, all week they got out doing things. So I don't know. Like, it's not me trying to come for coworkers or management. All I'm saying is I expect more. You expect more out of me. Let me just say this: you expect my best. I expect nothing less than your best. Can we agree on that? You expect my best and you give me mediocre, but if I'm like 90%, you want to, like, you're upset now, you're bothered, and because I might be at 90%, which honestly I feel like I'm at 40, but let somebody else say, man, you're on it, T, great job, great job. That's all I was hearing today. But meanwhile, I'm furious, I'm upset inside because, let me just say, I'm gonna tell you this. For instance, like, we're in a room. The doctor has a fit room. They keep changing. They keep changing the cases, right? You got to realize now. You have 10 cases. You keep changing the order of these cases. We have to make sure that these are the right. We're bringing in the right patients. That we're doing bringing in the right case card. There was some. So there's always discrepancies. Somebody, I guess, pulled the wrong case card. I didn't have a case card for my case. I didn't have the proper case card. I had to get another one, but it's a headache, and it takes away. Turnover is really, really huge, and I like to have a fast turnover. I like, time is money in the OR. Time is money, and I kid you not. I want to say it's thousands of dollars per minute, and that's not an exaggeration. It's thousands of dollars per 60 seconds in the operating room. Thousands. Okay, thousands, right? So why would I want to sit up here and take, an extra 5 minutes when I can have this already done within the first 5 minutes? Time is money. Again, I'm from Mississippi. We ain't got that much money, and we knocking it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, I'm not gonna lie, the great facility in Mississippi, but I must say it's not paying well. So I don't want to sound like I'm contradicting myself, but I do want to make more. I want to make more money, but I will always apply myself. I think that's the gist of what I'm getting at. I'm never going to be the type of person to say, okay, I want to make more and I want to do less. I always, if it's more money, it might be more problems, it might be more work. I'm your man, but I just need it to be a team, it needs to be a collaboration. Okay, of teamwork. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Like, honestly, it would be so much better if we can have that. It would be so much more stability. Can you pick a day or night to give Gamma some moments of silence, and we all give her beautiful words of encouragement to keep her uplifted? Wow, Donnell Grady, absolutely, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. That is so sweet. Gamma, I never, I knew, I know of the loss of your son, but I did not know that happened. And when I tell you, like, ah, I mean, just as a healthcare provider, that is just it's so unfortunate. And that's just the least that I can say. I mean, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. Um, Hell, eggs $7. That's cheap compared to the eggs that Gamma and I getting. Well, Gamma, you getting, like, I think you have, like, what, 16 eggs or whatever. I mean, like, a dozen is expensive here. It's crazy. It is crazy. Um, Tehran said, we love you. We do love Gamma. Gamma is so sweet, always so supportive. A beautiful woman inside. She's beautiful, and I can't believe she's a grandma, and I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I gotta get off here soon. I know. I want my channel to be surrounded with some of the most authentic, realist people here on social media. I know we say social media, it's like, okay, this is fantasy, this is this, but we're real people, okay? Like, I'm real. Like, I'm actually sitting here. This is not AI, even though my skin is a little bit clearer, you know what I'm saying? All that good water I'm drinking. But no, but all jokes aside, like I want to be surrounded with real people, and Gamma, you're one. A lot of you that have, seen me, I know some new people and stuff, but you know that I don't care about having thousands and thousands and thousands of people. At some point, okay, I have 100, 200, 300, 400 people, you know what I'm saying? It depends, like I do a random thing. I barely do premieres. I don't do things in advance, like, as far as live streams. I just kind of pop up. I do those pop ups, but I'm going to always be my authentic self. All right. What I don't want is for people to come in, and especially more and more and more come when there's more people, right? And it's like, oh, you're just trying to, piggyback off of somebody else's success and never really support when it's one, support when it's 100, support when it's this or this and that. Like it doesn't really take that much to do that. But my point of me saying this is I respect you so much, Gamma. I respect you, Teron. I respect you, Cowgirl Muse. Like you guys are real. You're real. Sheila, you're real. Like all of y'all are so real. I appreciate you. I mean, people like Cheyenne. I know Cheyenne be so busy with work and this and that and traveling, but she's always been so real. She's always been a real amazing sweetheart, supporter of my channel. Shanita H, like I can never not talk about Shanita. Shanita's been amazing. Tamika, like at the end of the day, if they're in here or not, they're always super supportive. They're always amazing. And not just to me, but so many people within this within social media. And that's huge because that takes a lot, especially when you're not even doing content curation. But so thank you. Shout out to all the real people here. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. Happy Friday. I love and appreciate you all. My mom still tell me that while whooping me. A hard, yes. Okay, so I'm super behind. A hard head make a soft ass. Yes, indeed. I'm telling my mama told me. I ain't lying. Chill with crew, how you doing? Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Sorry, I can't see it. Okay, got it. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? I want to see a short of you returning those phones. It might not happen. It might not happen. You're gonna stress me out keeping those phones. Look, you heard the ding, 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 ding. They're all working, okay? They ain't no like, look, they all working. You hear the ding, ding, ding. All those dings were slot channels going live tonight. There's like a big. I wish I was in Vegas. I wish I was in Nevada, if not even in just Vegas, because Reno, Nevada, which welcome to the TNT Family Show. Who had a birthday yesterday? Happy belated birthday. I told her happy birthday already on her birthday, but she's one of my channel members, so I got to represent. So happy belated birthday to Tina from the Welcome to the TNT Family Show. But she's in Reno, and Reno has the Pepper Mill. The Pepper Mill is probably one of the most, far as like, I know my mom and I, we usually go to Tunica, Mississippi a whole lot, but Pepper Mill in Reno, like, oh my God, Pepper Mill in Reno is like, it's a Pepper Mill in Las Vegas too, but Reno is like, it's like home of some of the most loose slots. I mean, if you're that person that's gonna bet anywhere from 10, 20, 30 and on up on every spin, you're gonna get a jackpot. You're gonna get a jackpot. You have to get a big win. I keep getting the error message. It won't let me send more gifts. Really? Wow. That sucks. I think I told Tracy that. Like it kind of it max out or something. I don't know what's going on, but I knew that it had something to do with my phone. So I don't know if it had something to do with your phone, but I don't know what's going on. It's just so crazy. I think we send so many of them to Gamma, and I send so many, and I think that it's like maybe my card with the phone, maybe it's like, okay, this is too much, or I don't know, but it's weird because it shouldn't do that. It should do that. And it wasn't doing that at first, but I must say now it has, because even when I've been in Do gave me Z's. I was getting some errors and stuff, whatever. But I thought it was just because I got this new phone, and now that I got the new phone, I transferred everything over. I thought it was like because I had to now when I send a super chat, super thing, super sticker, not the gifts, but I have to verify this code. They have to send a code to my phone, and I don't know. It doesn't even give me the option to take that off. I don't know if it's something with these new phones, but I don't know. I don't know. But I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the gifts that you did send. Thank you for being here. Okay, I appreciate you so much. You're welcome, Donnell Grady. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I've kept y'all long enough. I said quick live stream, quick check in, and here I am. I'm almost 2 hours into this. Thank y'all so much for all that you do. You guys, I'm not going to quit. Now, let me just say this. I could be in another place, but I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit the medical field. I'm not. I just can't give up on this. I have to keep thinking about my loved ones and keep thinking about why did I get involved? I think sometimes we need to reminisce. We need to, you know, just revert back to the natural ways of thinking, the old ways of thinking. Okay, why did you start this? Why did you start YouTube? Why did I want to be in the medical field? Um, why do I want to do this? Am I happy? And how do I feel when I scrub these cases? Uh, and it's like I'm a kid in the candy store. I still I like the nerves, and I love it. I'm excited. So I know there's so much joy and hope, still in this field within my career. So, and when I'm away from it, I miss it. I miss it. It's just unfortunately, it's the people. But like I said, I told y'all some of the things I've dealt with. So I know I can deal with a lot. But maybe, okay, now I'm kind of 19 years into this. So I'm like, okay, maybe I've dealt with so much. And when I dealt with it when I was 2, 3 years into it, it's a different perspective. Because now it's kind of getting old. But anyway, it's gonna be okay. Thank y'all again so much for all that you do. I appreciate you, amazing people. Okay, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Till next time. All right, I will talk to you all later. All right. Bye. Have a beautiful, blessed night and a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank y'all so much for listening to me. All this venting and all these things that I'm doing. Thank y'all for letting me so much for just, thank you for letting me be myself. All right. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye bye.